All right, so we're diving into agricultural technology today.
Yeah.
The kind that's
Making headlines.
yeah. All those headlines about how our food's going to get to our tables.
Exactly.
Robots on farms.
It's not sci-fi anymore.
No, it's happening right now.
It's happening right now.
It is.
And I think one of the things that's really making this so important is the ag industry is really struggling right now with a labor shortage.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially harvesting.
Especially harvesting, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a startup that is stepping up to the plate with a solution
Okay.
for growers.
For growers, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're developing these autonomous robots specifically designed for greenhouse harvesting.
Interesting.
And investors are taking notice.
Oh, yeah.
They just secured a $9 million Series A funding round.
Wow. That's a big one.
That's huge.
Yeah.
It is. It's a huge vote of confidence
Yeah.
that investors are really believing in their technology.
Believing that they can actually address this gap, the labor gap.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, you know, something I think is so fascinating about For Growers is their origin story.
Okay.
Like, these founders were so committed,
Okay.
they basically moved into a greenhouse for a year.
Wow, really?
They were coding.
Living the dream.
They were testing these robots, and they were living among fertilizer bags and tomato vines.
Wow, that's dedication.
Yeah. I mean,
Talk about dedication.
Yes.
It's incredible.
well, in speaking of tomatoes,
yes.
that's where these robots really shine.
Okay.
They use multiple stereo cameras
Okay.
to identify ripe tomatoes.
Almost like multiple sets of eyes.
Yeah, like giving them depth perception.
Oh, I see.
And what's really cool is they can actually move their arms around the unripe fruit on the vine.
Okay, so hold on.
Yeah.
How do they actually know
Yeah.
what's ripe and what's not?
That's a great question.
Seems pretty complicated.
So it's this like amazing thing called machine vision
Okay.
and some really smart algorithms.
Okay. Basically, those stereo cameras that we were talking about,
Yeah.
they capture super detailed pictures
Uh-huh.
of the tomatoes
Okay.
and the area around them.
Gotcha.
And then there's this software that analyzes the images.
Uh-huh.
It looks for things like the color,
Okay.
the size,
Yeah.
the shape.
So all the things that you and I would probably look for in
Exactly.
the tomato.
So it's like giving the robots the same eyeballs we have.
That's really cool.
Right.
That is really cool.
So like based on all that analysis, the robot arm knows exactly what to pick.
Wow, that's remarkable.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, so tomatoes are just the start, right?
Right, exactly.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah. Their initial focus is tomatoes, but they're already thinking about cucumbers,
Oh, okay.
you know, peppers, other things that grow on a vine.
Makes sense.
The tech is adaptable
Yeah.
and the need's not going to go away.
This labor shortage.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It's a huge issue, right?
Huge.
If it's-
I mean, the National Association of State Departments of Agriculture,
Yeah.
they put out their report this year.
Okay.
They called it critical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal, right? I mean, a shortage of farm workers.
Yeah.
That could affect food prices, food availability.
Absolutely.
Like, this could impact everybody.
It could impact every single person listening to this.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, they have this technology,
Right.
but they're strategically focusing on greenhouse farms.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, greenhouses have a lot of advantages over, say, a typical outdoor farm.
Okay.
They can grow year-round.
Okay, that makes sense.
So there's like a consistent supply of produce.
Gotcha.
They're usually closer to where people live,
Right.
so less transportation costs.
And fresher produce.
fresher produce.
Okay.
That's a win-win.
And more efficient harvesting schedules
Way more efficient.
compared to outdoor farms.
Yes, exactly.
So it makes sense that they're targeting this market.
It makes a lot of sense.
It does. Their strategy's already paying off.
Oh, yeah.
They're working with 5 different customers.
Right.
And their robots have picked millions of tomatoes.
Millions.
Millions.
That's incredible.
It's a lot of tomatoes.
It is a lot of tomatoes.
That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, and especially when you compare that to other players in the indoor farming space.
Yeah, like Bowery Farms.
Bowery Farms.
That was a well-funded startup, right?
Yeah, super well funded.
They recently shut down
Yeah.
vertical farming.
Yeah, it seems like it has a lot of challenges.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
The CEO of For Growers actually said that he thinks that vertical farming, you know, it's innovative,
Yeah.
but he thinks building tech for existing farms, like greenhouses,
Yeah.
that's a more viable
A more viable path.
and scalable approach
A more scalable approach.
right now.
Right.
So it seems like adapting to existing infrastructure is maybe a better way to go.
Yeah, it's more efficient in the short term, at least.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But we got to remember, they're not alone out there.
No, definitely not.
The competition is heating up.
Yeah.
Carbon Robotics,
Yeah.
Blue River
We
Technology,
heard of them.
Bear Flag Robotics.
Interesting.
These are all companies developing
Yeah.
robotic solutions.
And it's not just about picking crops either.
Right.
There's companies like CISO.
Okay.
They're trying to make it easier to onboard migrant workers.
So they're trying to tackle it from a different angle.
Exactly.
Instead of replacing workers,
Right.
they're trying to make the existing system better.
Exactly.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I like that. Highlights how there's so many different ways to solve this labor problem.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see how they all kind of play out,
Yeah.
you know?
It's going to be an exciting future, I think,
Yeah,
to
definitely.
see how these different solutions play out.
Yeah. And for growers,
Right.
they're not stopping at greenhouses.
Okay.
They're thinking bigger.
So they want to go beyond those controlled environments.
Yeah. They want to develop robots that can work on outdoor farms too.
That's a lot more challenging
Oh, yeah. Way more challenging.
when you've got weather and all these environmental factors.
Right.
But you know what? It's clear they're thinking long term.
They are.
They really think robots are going to be a big part of all kinds of farming.
Yeah. I think they're probably right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So here's a question I've been thinking about.
Okay.
With all this talk about robots, are we going to replace all the human farm workers?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
You know, it comes up a lot with automation,
Yeah.
but I think for companies like For Growers,
Yeah.
it's not about replacement.
Okay.
It's more about giving those workers superpowers.
So it's more about collaboration
Exactly.
between humans and robots.
Yeah.
I like that.
Imagine like the robots do all the hard stuff,
Yeah.
like out in the hot sun, picking all those tomatoes.
And the humans can focus on
The humans can focus on more specialized things,
things that require more
like critical thinking,
yeah.
decision making.
Okay, that sounds a lot more positive
Right.
than just replacing everybody. It's
Yeah, it's about working together
Yeah.
to make a more
like
efficient
and sustainable.
agricultural system.
Exactly. I like that a lot.
Yeah, me too. It really is interesting to think how this will impact everyday people.
Right. Like on the one hand, robots picking our food
Yeah,
sounds futuristic.
it does.
It's cool.
It is.
And then you think about the efficiency
yeah.
and how maybe prices would go down.
Yeah, hopefully.
But we got to think about the other side too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Job displacement.
Yeah,
This is a big concern.
it's a valid concern.
It is.
Yeah.
New technology always seems to disrupt things.
Uh-huh.
Industries and workers.
That's true.
But if you look back,
Yeah.
technological advancements
Uh-huh.
have always led to
New industries.
new industries,
Yeah.
new jobs.
Yeah.
Like think about the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, totally.
It changed everything.
It really did.
But ultimately,
It had all this innovation.
a surge of innovation,
Yeah.
economic growth.
Right.
And so the same thing could happen here.
With agriculture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As robots take over these
The
jobs,
tough jobs.
the hard jobs, the repetitive jobs,
Yeah.
workers could move into other areas
Totally.
that require more specialized skills.
More specialized knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So instead of picking tomatoes in the sun all day,
Yeah.
maybe they could,
Manage robot fleets.
Yeah.
Analyze all the data.
optimize those crop yields.
Or even develop new technology.
Yeah, like new ag technologies.
Exactly.
Wow, that's cool.
It is pretty cool.
So we could actually see more demand for certain jobs,
Yeah.
like skilled technicians,
Skilled technicians.
data analysts,
Uh-huh.
software engineers.
All within the agricultural sector.
So it's about adapting,
It's about being adaptable.
embracing those new opportunities.
Absolutely.
And you know what? We haven't even talked about the environmental benefits.
Oh, yeah.
If we have more efficient farming practices,
Right.
maybe we could reduce water usage,
Reduce water usage.
pesticide use.
Less pesticides.
And if we can grow food closer to people,
Yeah.
we can reduce transportation costs,
Reduce carbon emissions.
which helps the environment.
Yeah, totally.
So there's a huge sustainability aspect.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
It's pretty significant.
It is.
So robotic farming could actually help build a more environmentally friendly food system.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
That's a really good point.
It's amazing to think about
Yeah.
all the ways this is going to impact not just agriculture,
Right.
but economics,
Uh-huh.
sustainability.
Yeah.
Like we could be reimagining the entire food production system.
It's pretty wild when you think about it.
It is.
Yeah.
But let's be real.
Okay.
This is a new field. We don't know everything.
Not even close.
There's bound to be some bumps in the road.
Oh, for sure.
So we need to approach this with balance.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
We can't just get all excited about new tech.
Yeah.
Forget to think about the downsides.
Exactly.
Right.
We need to talk about the ethical implications,
Absolutely.
the impact on workers,
Yeah.
and how can we make sure,
How can we make this transition
this transition
More equitable.
equitable and fair.
Because this technology is going to be everywhere.
Right.
It's happening.
It is happening.
So the real opportunity
Yeah,
is to use this technology to empower people,
I like that.
to make that sustainable system, that resilient food system.
And ultimately,
yeah.
to make lives better.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not about robots versus humans.
Right.
It's about humans and robots working together
Working together.
to solve these problems
These big problems.
we're all facing.
Yeah, we all got to work together.
We do.
Yeah.
So as you're listening to this,
Yeah.
think about this.
Think about it.
How do you think robots are going to change the way we grow food,
How are they going to change the way we eat food?
the way we consume food?
Yeah. What role should tech play?
What role should tech play in shaping the future?
This is what we should all be talking about
I agree.
as we move forward.
These are big questions.
It's huge.
I'm so excited to see where this all goes.
Me too. Me too.
Like, what could this mean for the future of farming?
Yeah, like we're just scratching the surface of
Yeah.
what's possible. You know, we're talking about 4 growers now,
Right.
and they're focused on harvesting.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine a future
Yeah.
where robots are doing like every single stage,
Oh, wow.
from planting,
Yeah.
weeding,
Wow.
monitoring the soil,
And even
predicting how much food we're going to get.
predicting crop yields.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're talking about
Yeah.
farms that are just
Super efficient.
hyper efficient.
Producing way more food with way less
way less
resources.
Yeah,
That's pretty incredible.
it is.
Imagine the impact that would have
On food security,
on food security.
especially in places where it's really hard to grow food.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could be growing fresh, healthy produce.
Like anywhere.
anywhere.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, but it feels like we're getting closer and closer.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even with all this potential,
Yeah.
we can't forget about the people.
Oh, absolutely not.
The human element
Right.
is so important.
It is.
We got to make sure that as we do this,
Yeah.
as we move to a more automated system,
Uh-huh.
that it's done responsibly,
Responsible.
ethically,
Ethically.
and that we're putting workers
And communities.
and communities first.
Absolutely.
I think that's what we really want our listeners to take away from this.
Yeah, for sure.
Tech's a powerful tool,
It is powerful.
but it's up to us.
We have to guide it.
We have to guide it.
We have to make sure it benefits everyone.
It's got to benefit everyone.
Yeah.
We need to make sure
Yeah.
that the future of agriculture
Is one that's innovative, but also
equitable.
equitable.
It's got to be both.
It has to be both.
So as we wrap up our deep dive
Yeah.
into the world of robot farmers,
I know.
I'm just left with
It's a
this
sense of wonder.
sense of wonder and possibility.
Yeah, me too.
Like, this could really change everything.
Revolutionize how we eat.
The way we produce food,
Yeah.
the way we consume food.
It's amazing.
It
It's
is.
a journey.
It is. It's a journey.
It's a journey with challenges
Bumps in the road.
and opportunities.
Opportunities, exactly.
And it's a journey we're all on together.
We are.
Every single one of us.
So think about the food on your plate,
Yeah.
the incredible innovation
Happening right now.
in the fields.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The future of ag is being shaped right now.
Right.
So we all need to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
need to be asking those tough questions
The critical question.
and making sure this tech
Yeah.
creates a brighter future
A brighter future.
for everyone.
For everyone.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.